already on. I'm so excited. So welcome. Happy holidays. I hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving. And can you guys believe it? Aren't you excited that we have a 30-day holiday challenge? What a great time to have a challenge. And I love your response. Everybody was like so positive and let's go. We can do this together. And yes, we can. So tonight, I know I got some of your attention when I shared a picture of Nadia Richter, and I called her the president of T-Tapp. And that was like, what? Who is this person? And what the heck happened to Brian? So number one, no worries. Brian is still here, still working it, still right up there. But I would like to introduce you all to Ms. Nadia Richter. Take it away.
Hey. So for those of you who don't know me by Nadia, you may know me by Emily Richter. So full name, Nadia Emily Richter. I've just been going by my first name the last 8 years or so. And wanted to let you know that, yes, we are here. Brian is CEO. So he and I are partners. He has not gone anywhere, just letting everybody know that. We are working together diligently to move this company forward. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on why I'm here. So I met Teresa back in 97, became one of her trainers in 1998. And immediately she and I just became really, really good friends. And I have been out to Florida, almost monthly for decades, just to help Teresa with the business. I've been behind the scenes. You haven't seen me up front except for Basic Workout Plus and Total Workout and in the book. There I am.
46, you guys.
Really embarrassing before a photo.
There's the before, there's the after. And by the way, you might recognize her from just a few of the DVDs like
Basic Workout Plus, Total. There's a couple others that you haven't seen yet. She would frequently pull me on, the WTSP news and say, "Oh, by the way, let's go. We're going to have this, interview. By the way, it's on TV." It's like, no, I'm a behind the scenes person. Anyway, so we've just had such a huge bond because T-Tapp changed my life, just like it did so many of you. I've had Epstein-Barr and Cushing's and so many invisible diseases and cancer, and T-Tapp was the one thing that got me out of bed. I've had bedridden days. Even now, I still do. And again, T-Tapp gets me out of bed. So it changed my life. It changed my mother's life. She's also in the book. And then my daughter's life, who's also in, the Total Workout, and she's been doing T-Tapp since she was 7. So Teresa was auntie to her, and it's just been a really big family, and it's been a wonderful journey. And so after she passed, her husband Mark asked me to help out because although I've been a trainer and nutritional consultant and wellness and holistic, I have, my background is business and engineering, and so I'm a systems engineer by day, and everything else, passion with nutrition, holistic health by night, or other times, not just by night.
the rest of the time.
Yeah, the rest of the time. So I'm super excited to be here. And Brian and I have worked together for 20 years. So we just are great partners with business. And he is, as you guys know, amazing. And we're just working hard to make sure that everything continues to move forward, that we honor Teresa's legacy. I mean, she was my best friend. And I miss talking to her every week, and I cannot wait to continue to help you guys out and support you guys.
Awesome. Thank you for that beautiful introduction that you did of yourself. I love it. And so, guys, that's the deal. So, no, Brian didn't go anywhere. He's right there. But, it takes a village, doesn't it? It really takes a village to move this juggernaut, if you will, what we have, and move it forward. So we're just so thrilled that Nadia is here with us, kind of leading the charge on areas especially that maybe Brian didn't have as much experience or knowledge or passion about. And so it's just a beautiful marriage of strengths. And it's exactly what we need to move it forward. So we're really excited, and I really wanted you guys to meet Nadia tonight because one of the things that she just mentioned, and I'm just going to highlight it again, and then we're going to get into the challenge because that's really what you guys are on here for. But I really asked her to come on as well, because I want you to meet her. You're going to see a lot of Nadia and really learn so much from her that she learned on her own, but that she learned from Teresa that nobody else really learned from Teresa because they had that kind of a bond. But Nadia has also had numerous health challenges.
Yes.
Right? And so many of you have asked about how to do it with cancer. So many of us have all struggled and are struggling with adrenal fatigue.
Yes.
How do you marry T-Tapp with adrenal fatigue? So answers that Nadia is going to give when we get to that part, which we're going to do in just a second. Believe me, none of these answers are just coming from the top of a mountain with no experience. These are coming from a person, a woman who has experienced it, gone through it, come out the other end. You can see she looks amazing. And yes, there are days that she's tired and needs to just step back and rest. She's on a beautiful recovery now, and we're just praying and hoping that it keeps going, but she has the tools. And I think that's one of the biggest things, is that we know that T-Tapp has so many incredible tools, right, Nadia, that you are able to use and keep going. Now, before we get into all this, here's something that I do want to address right off, and then we're going to get into answering your questions, okay? So the first thing I want to just talk about are the rules, which is so funny because if anybody knows me, they know that I hate rules. I'm not a role player. I don't play by the rules.
You, Renee? No.
I know. Imagine it.
Come on.
Okay, so here are the rules, you guys. You guys know, if you've ever done any of our challenges, oh my goodness, it can be so complicated. And one of the most intense parts about it is getting the newspaper even for the day, right? There are no newspapers anymore practically. So that was always a big issue, trying to find something with a date to put your picture up next to. And all that uploading here, and the upload didn't work. And so we just decided this year we want to simplify. Let's take the great parts of the challenge and maybe simplify the parts that weren't quite as helpful, right? So here's the deal. Number one, no, you do not need to send us anything in the beginning, okay? Nothing in the beginning. So when you go to the site, the Holiday Challenge site, and we'll make sure we continue to give links. There's tons of links all over the page. We'll do it again when we're done here. At the bottom, you're going to see that there are quite a few resources on there. And so one of the resources that you have on there is a measuring sheet. Because with T-Tapp, we do measure. Now, we don't really go much about weight, okay? Because what we find is T-Tappers will weigh more than you might expect for the size and the look.
Yes.
Because we are developing long, lean, dense muscle. And muscle, Dana, here we are. Yeah, buff women, neither of us lift weights, okay? So I'm just telling you, T-Tapp works, which is just, we know how much we love that. So we're not asking for weight, but definitely measurements. And the cool thing about measurements is you can really see what's happening with your body. And a lot of times it doesn't necessarily shrink where you think you're going to, and not necessarily how. It's, the body is very interesting, but the one thing it does, along with the pictures that you will take, is it will show you visually exactly how you're working the workout.
Yes.
Right? We can talk more about that in just 1 second. So I like to say, put a push pin in that because we're going to come back to it. Okay. Let's stay with the rules for a minute though. So you're going to take your before measurements, and at the very end on December 31st, you're going to take them again. You're going to take your pictures just like we did before, but you're not going to send them in yet, you guys. You're going to keep them on your phone or wherever you're going to keep them. Keep them so you have them. And then at the end, you're going to take them again. And you're going to simply email us to results@ttapp.com. It's an email. You guys know how to attach a picture, and you attach the measurement sheet, and you can attach any essay or anything that you wanted to, and you're going to simply email it to us. Really easy. Okay, so that's the simple part. All right, the next part is, what are you going to do for the challenge? And this is where more and more questions come in, right? Well, just like Teresa always said, she asked that you only do T-Tapp workouts. But you could also walk, because let's face it, so many of us love to walk. We want to be able to still walk. You can certainly use your T-Tapp technique, but we want you to walk. That's all wonderful. If you want to use an elliptical machine, that's fine, because that's not going to show you your muscle activation and whatever. That's just a good way to get some energy and maybe burn, a little bit of energy off, burn a few calories. So that's fine. Also, you can use any of the T-Tapp trainers classes or class packages. Okay, it all works. So all that is good. All right, now what else do we have on there? Well, we have a waiver form that you will need to complete and attach as well. That waiver form is giving us permission to use your before and after pictures, measurements, and information. So if you are not comfortable with that, then do the challenge, but don't make it official. Just don't send it in, okay? Because we won't be able to use that. So part of this is we love doing these for so many reasons. One is because we know it all keeps us accountable. We get excited. We do this together. We find out just how effective it is when we do T-Tapp for 30 days. Right? And we really want to use these to help share that information with as many people as possible. So that's why we just love to hear. We love to get excited with you. We sit there and just in amazement. I mean, Teresa, when she would do it, she would have all these printed off. She would have a stack like this. And I swear to you guys, she would go through for months. That's what she would do. Wherever she was, she would have it with them, and she'd pull it out. And she'd, look at this person. Oh my goodness, look how.
Literally kept them in her purse, like.
Right.
She'd carry them everywhere.
Purse was like between the dogs and the purse. She weight trained. Don't let her kid you. So, okay, so you got to have the waiver form. All right, then we also included, and I hope you guys liked it, we've gotten some great responses from it, is your 30-day journal. Now, let me talk about the journal. You cannot fill it out digitally. Sorry, you guys, but it is printable. So you can pull it off, print it off, and we made enough so that you have a separate page for every day in the 30 days, okay? Now, getting questions. On there, we have different things that you might choose to do, like skin brushing. And there are 3 blocks there. No, you do not have to skin brush 3 times a day. You don't have to do anything, you guys. You don't have to work out every day. You don't have to work out every other day. We're putting these things together for you as options, okay? We tried to think of for ourselves, what things might we want to have on that journal if we were really doing a lot of holiday self-care, okay? Like gratitude. Okay, sometimes it's just really nice to have a little gratitude place, just to drop a few things down there, just to keep reminding us during the stressful holidays what we're grateful for. Skin brushing, we believe in it. And Nadia's going to share something really interesting that she said to me about the skin brushing that you might really want to consider. So no, you don't have to. You don't have to do it 3 times. It's simply there. Same thing with water. We know we need to hydrate, you guys. So it's nice to be able to have a little bit of a feedback. Okay, I did all this water. Do you have to drink all those check off every box of water in order to be in the challenge? No, it's all there for you. You don't have to take notes. You don't have to do any of it. You don't even have to fill the journal out. It's really there for you guys. All right, just a couple more things, and then we're going to move on to answering your questions. One of them is we put together just for your for help if you're not quite sure exactly what to do for a schedule, especially if you're new to T-Tapp, not sure. So we put in a potential calendar in there for you. Now, the way that we did it for the calendar is, not all T-Tappers are at the same fitness level. We don't all have the same health challenges. We're not all the same. The amazing thing about T-Tapp is it doesn't matter. There is T-Tapp for all levels, all ages, all weights, all health conditions. Okay, just about all health conditions. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So we wanted to be able to include alternatives for everyone. And that's the reason that we did that. So when you look at the calendar, you're going to see a potential. We'll put down one workout, and then we'll have like B for beginner. If you're intermediate, we have an I. If you're advanced, there's that one, okay? And then we have a little key about that. We then put together some DVD challenge bundles that have each of those variety workouts in the bundle. So you might not have all of those and think, you know what, maybe on this challenge, it might be fun to do a nice variety of all the different workouts. That way, you're working different muscle groups at the different times. You have a nice variety of walking and standing and floor and all that in between. And it's fun to do different workouts. Do you have to follow that? No. Okay. It's simply a suggestion. They are options. Can you just do the one video, DVD, download, whatever you have? Absolutely. Do what you have. Okay. We're just trying to give you some options. All right. I think that pretty much handles some of those questions. Now, let's get on to answering your questions specifically. All right, Nadia. So I'll tell you what, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask a couple questions and I'm going to shut up and let you answer them. They're probably saying, let her talk, Renee. I am. Here we go. All right. So I had one right here that was really an interesting question. And I'm sorry, I'm scrolling on the side, guys, if you're looking down. And it said, and Christine, thank you so much for the question and welcome to T-Tapp. Because she said, hope you can answer a question about whether the challenge is for beginners. I've only been doing the routines for a couple weeks, can't really even do an hour yet. I feel great benefits anyway, yay, but not sure I'm ready for a challenge. Go.
Okay, so yes, this is great for beginners, and an hour is not necessary for the challenge. It's not even necessary for doing a daily T-Tapp. That's why we have Basic Workout Plus, which is our 15-minute workout. The way that T-Tapp is put together is that it works. I love the fact that you can take movements out of it. So for instance, there might be a day where I just can't do hardly anything. And I can take a movement out of there that's only going to take me 1 minute or 2 minutes. And then I can do that movement. And then later on in the day, I might feel, well enough to do another movement. And over the course of time, I may get 10 minutes in. I may get 15 minutes in, but you know what? It still works because it's still activating the body. And that's what's important. Where you're moving the lymphatic system, you're activating your body. This is what this is all about. So it's absolutely, you don't have to do a full hour. This is perfect for beginners. And this is why we have these bundles, because we specifically picked out certain videos that would be better and easier for beginners to do. And again, if you just have that one video, take it apart if you need to. You can start off with primary back stretch and then do maybe 10 more minutes or a half hour or 15 minutes. Then you can, the next day, start off with primary back stretch and then move further into the video and try other moves within there. Maybe it's the balance series or maybe it's the lunges. These are the things that you can kind of mix and match with it, because one is you don't want to overtrain certain body parts. So for instance, I'm not going to do my arms every single day, even though I would like to, but T-Tapp arms, I give them a break because we don't want to work the same exact muscle day in and day out when it comes to, like, for instance, lunges. You don't want to overtax and put certain stress on, but just do what you can. This is what this is all about. We do what we can do with what we have. And it is different for every single person. And it's also different each day. Some days I'm on it. Like I can just pull out, 50 minutes, which is rare these days, but it's been a year probably. I'm just being honest with my health and stuff. But other days I'm like, after primary back stretch, I need to lay down for an hour because that's where my body is that day. And I know that I've done something really good for my body, regardless of where you are. So it's like T-Tapp meets you where you are, whenever, whatever day it is, whatever condition it is, however you're feeling, T-Tapp meets you.
I love that. What a great answer. And absolutely ditto everything she said. So Christine, welcome. We're so happy you're here.
Absolutely.
And whatever it is you're doing, just keep doing it because it's working. And we love that. I'm gonna answer a question that kind of I'm thinking might be almost like a global question. And this is kind of a trigger for me. I'll just be really honest. When I hear people asking the should word, well, should we work out every day? Should we work out every other day? Should we do this? Should we do that? And it's just a hard question to answer. So I'm going to give you this answer. There is no should about it, you guys. I like to say, stop shoulding on yourself. When you should on yourself, you're listening to somebody else or something that you really don't want to do. Okay. Part of the thing that always concerns me is when people ask very specific questions, when we don't have a lot of information about that person and we give very pat answers that everybody then reads and thinks that's the right answer for them. And so with all the answers that we're going to give you tonight, as we answer the question, I'm going to please ask you, okay, there is no should, there's no one right way. There isn't, you guys. I wish I could tell you for your condition right now, if you just do Basic Workout Plus and you do it every other day for the 30 days, you're going to get the very best results that you possibly can.
Right.
If I said that to you, would you really believe me?
Mm.
I'll tell you that then. And then believe me and go do it. I'm just kidding. The point is that we all have our own individual situation. And so that's why I like to say, you please begin to be your own guru. Okay. Listen to your body. Listen to your body. Some days you might go, on my schedule that I put, on Sunday, I put together my schedule, what I want to do for the week. And today is Wednesday, and I'm just using the Basic Workout Plus. But you know what? I really feel like getting on the floor and doing a bit of brain body fitness. And do that. It's all beautiful. The great thing with T-Tapp is every workout and really every move works every major muscle group. And it does it in a way that you're not going to get hurt. You're only going to help your body help itself. So I hope that's freeing to be able to just take that should word out and begin to listen to your body. Now, you guys know I said put a push pin in this, and I did put a push pin. I'm going to pull it back out because as I had told you, Nadia has had severe adrenal fatigue. And he said something to me earlier today that she does when it's really bad. I'm going to turn it back over to you, Nadia. Share what you said.
Yes. And when, just to add on to that, when she says severe, I literally had a surgery last year that they removed one of my adrenal glands. So I had Cushing's extremely bad. I had a tumor in my adrenal gland. And it has been very difficult. It was difficult before when the tumor was pumping cortisol into my system, because talk about adrenal fatigue. My adrenals were just overtaxed. And now with no reserve, this goes back to listening to your body. And it has been, and Renee knows, Renee and Brian have both, and thank you for all the words the other trainers out there have helped encourage me, because it's been a very rough year for my health. And I spent 6 weeks less than a month ago, I was literally in bedridden for 6 weeks. And when you're in bed and you can't do anything, I mean, sometimes, you can't even do a hoedown. You can't do primary back stretch. It's just hard to stand. So what I found is that brushing in bed is very effective because it's moving the lymphatic system when you can't move your body. Mm-hmm. And yes, I know sometimes it even gets tiring just doing this in bed, because just struggling is like moving through mud, when you're that tired. But again, I break it up in parts. I'll do my arms, and then I'll wait if I'm too tired, and then I'll do my legs. But it works so beautifully for those of you who just need an energy boost. Or if you have such a hard time getting up in the morning or out of bed, that also helps. Because let's face it, brushing can be a workout in itself. So some days I'm like, oh my God, no, this is not going to work. I have to sit in the bed and then I will brush. And it really works wonders to do that. So it's a great tip to just even start your day if you can't get out of bed to stand to brush.
Wow. So you guys, she does know from which she speaks. Couple of real quickie questions, and then I want to say hi to you guys. But let me just see. So Cheryl asked, and thanks, Cheryl, for your question. What poses do we do for our pictures? You are absolutely correct. You want to take a front, you want to take each side, and you want to take your back. Okay, just like ours. So front, each side, and back, before and after. So thanks for the question. We think that we have answered everything, and then we realize, oh, maybe we didn't even tell them that. So thanks for that. And Kelly, who's been a long time T-Tapper, I do believe, said, I thought you had to do T-Tap in a certain sequence in order to see and feel results. And Kelly, that is what Teresa suggests. That was what she suggested all along. And so actually, as Nadia was speaking, she was giving you moves that in the sequence and then which way you are in the workout. So let's just say it this way. Yes, ideally, you want to do them in the same sequence as they are in those workouts. Now, if you don't, is it gonna matter? Let's just say
the big thing is also, if you, Renee, like you said, we were talking earlier, it's like you started with primary back stretch. It's setting the body in alignment. That was her biggest thing. Set the body in alignment before you do anything else. And then you can, she didn't put it in a lot of the videos because that's not necessarily what the videos were for, to discuss mix and matching. But for instance, like if you see her T-Tap Tuesdays, she'll just take a move out, or, and this is where she worked a lot with me, because I would give her a call, Teresa, I'm in bed again. What do I do? And so, okay, just do this move. And she would pick out a move. And this is kind of how I learned how to mix and match. But it was always about starting with primary back stretch first, getting the body in alignment, and then going out and doing, because like Renee was saying, if we don't listen to our body, it's not going to be as effective. Our bodies speak volumes to us. We just tend to not listen at times because we're so set on whatever our agenda was or our plan, like with the challenge, like she said, we may have a plan to do something in the morning, but guess what? When you wake up in the morning, your body might be saying, do something different. And, that's what we need to do.
Right. Thank you for that. So you guys see, so that's essentially what it is. And if you're not sure, you can always do primary back stretch. Now, somebody who's a beginner, brand new, and they're like, you wouldn't even know the order, right? You can certainly always kind of write it down, the order, and after a while, it took me forever to figure out the order. So here's the thing. Yes, ideally the order, but don't let that stop you from doing a move. So let's not use that as a way to sort of sabotage ourselves. I don't know the order, so I just won't do it. No, it won't not. Just do a move, but always start with primary back stretch. That'll really set you up. Or just do primary back stretch if you only have that amount of time. Thank you. Now, girls, I have to just say hi from some of you because you're on here. So Jerry is hi from Southern Cal. Woo, Jerry. I love that because she's from California. And Shelly, hi from northern Minnesota. Hey, Shelly, I hope you're not too snowed in. And Cynthia, I happen to know why she didn't say that, is living in Hawaii. Excuse me. Oh. Hey, Cyn. And Phyllis, hi from Denver. And Michelle is from Abbeville, South Carolina. Sorry, I had to put my accent in. You're probably going, that didn't sound like us, Renee. I know. And Pam is, hey, Pam from Middle Georgia. And Kelly is hi from Houston. Kimberly, Baltimore says hello. And Vicki is hello from Florida, been on vacation. Lucky you, girl. I wish I was there now. All right, so you guys, thank you so much. And there's more. Oh, my goodness. More. Anybody else from a certain place that wants to check in? Jennifer is hi from North Dakota. Ooh. Love that. Wow. There's people from all over, which is just so much fun. That's the fun thing about being on Facebook. All right. So did have another question about, can we share, somebody who's new, can we share how to use instructionals as part of the challenge? Do you want to take that?
Sure. Yes, you can absolutely. Instructional is just a slower way of doing T-Tap. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so, yes, again, you can do whatever video you want to do. That includes instructionals. Instructionals is slower, and so it's actually a little bit more difficult because the slower you go with T-Tapp, the more difficult it is. You can also do our walking video, or like Renee said, you can walk. So the videos are really up to the individual. We have our events on there right now, and they're on sale till Friday. You can get the events and do the other trainers' workouts that they're teaching, which is T-Taps, but and so it's really up to you. Whatever works for your time, your schedule, your body. That's what we're concerned about. It's mainly about keeping people consistent and pushing them a little further than they would normally go. And so that's what these challenges are for. We're doing it. It's accountability. We're having fun with it. There's, a nice little prize at the end, a gift card of $25 that you can use on product only product, not any of the digital site, but we have a lot of product that you can use. And if you finish, you get the prize.
So you guys, that's something else that we really wanted to do this year. We have said over and over and over, I don't know how many times we've said it, if you just finish, if you start and you finish, you're a winner, right? That's the whole idea. Having us sort of compete against each other, and that is what it is, right? I mean, I just don't like that because, if you're just doing the action steps and you're taking them and you're doing it and you're getting beautiful results and feeling great. And for me, results are so far and wide. Yes, there's inch loss. Of course, we all want that.
Right.
But there's feeling better. I've had people say, Renee, I feel so much better, but I didn't lose any inches, so it didn't work. And that makes me so sad because I really want people to understand that there are so many different kinds. There are, in the Weight Watchers world, it's non-scale victories, NSVs. So I'm going to say non-inch loss victories. Feeling better, having better energy, being able to sleep, balancing hormones, balancing blood sugar, huge one. And T-Tapp just does so many of these things. It even helps us with digestion, just feeling better, getting out of pain, having better range of motion. All these things are additional benefits that you're going to get from doing T-Tapp. So the fact that one person may get more inch loss or whatever it is than somebody else, if you start and you finish, you're a winner. Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's why we really wanted this on this challenge to give everybody the prize. Okay. And that's what it is, a $25 gift card to any product that you have on there. We did get a question about whether or not we're going to have the same challenge again in January. And I'm going to answer that right now. Probably not. But what you will see is we are going to have a lot of challenges going on this year. We know you guys love those. We love the accountability. We love the energy. We love doing all of it together. And so we're going to, but I can't guarantee you we're going to do it right again in January, but just stay tuned, you guys, because we have so many great things in the hopper, things that I think you're going to be really thrilled about. So let me just see. I'm looking over here to see if there's any other questions. Let me ask you guys, whoever is on here now, will you just type in on the comments, I'm in. I'm in if you're into the challenge. Let's see how many of you can just put in I'm in so we know you're there. And if you have any other questions, please let us know. Now, I did have somebody ask me, like, what workouts should I do? And I don't know if that's, it looks like it might be in the middle of this. And so if you're still really challenged with just not sure, will you just send a message on our T-Tapp workout site? And I will have some conversations with you about it, but I might need more information. Now, I may not be able to do it right now tonight, but over the next day or so, we'll be chatting with you. Yeah, you guys, good work. We've got lots of people in. I love it. Thanks, you guys. Keep going, keep going. It's so good to see so many of you. I know. I love it. So again, if you're not sure, we really want to help you. If you call, the problem is you're probably going to get the voicemail because, when we answer the phone, it does take a while. And I don't want you guys sitting there waiting and I'm going to leave a voicemail. Just get on Messenger. I'll be happy to talk to you. If you really want to talk to somebody, you can leave me your phone number. I'll be happy to call. I've called and talked to some people. Not everybody, though. I'm just kidding. But we really want to help you because I know it's a little confusing. Nadia, is it a little confusing?
It's a little confusing.
It is. Oh, some questions. You guys keep coming. I'm in. Yay! I'm so excited, you guys. We are going to have such a great challenge.
Yes.
And we're all just going to get.
And my mom and I are also going to be doing the challenge with you guys. So we're also in.
And you guys, did you catch that there's 3 generations of Richters that are all doing T-Tapp? 3 generations. So Pat is her mother, who is amazing. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to get to see Pat on camera very shortly. And you'll be blown away by her because she's just amazing too. And then Nadia, obviously, and then her just heartfelt daughter, Katya, who I have a feeling will be on camera too. Yes? What do you think? Will Katya be on camera? I don't know. Maybe not. But we're going to get Pat on. So that will be really fun. Hey, Bobby's on there. Hey, Bobby. We'll be in for 15 days, but she's getting a new knee. Yeah.
Wow.
I love it. Jerry asked, can I do too many hoedowns in a day? I've been doing them after eating carbs. And Jerry, I want you to type a comment in here. Okay, I'm going to answer you right now. What? There's no such thing as too many hoedowns in a day. Okay, I'm going to give you a story about that in a second. I'm so happy you're doing them after eating carbs. Okay, I used to tell people, do a set of hoedowns every time you eat. Do it within a 10-minute window.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be blown away. When I overeat, which is almost never, just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. I love to go in and do hoedowns, especially, when you're in that feeling. Oh, go do a couple sets. It will make you feel so much better that quickly. So I just want to tell you a really funny, real quick story. A few retreats ago, Teresa did a hoedown showdown. And it was like, the ball, the Safety Harbor Spa, there was tons of us in there. Now, at the time, she had some gifties that you could win. Whoever could do the most amount of hoedowns got these gifts, okay? And one of them was a beautiful set of luggage with the T-Tapp logo on it. And girls, I wanted me that luggage. I really wanted that luggage. So we're doing the hoedowns, right? And I had somebody, I don't even remember who was next to me. And we were going and we were going and we were going. And I'm telling you, when it finally got to, I kid you not, girls, 50. Finally, Teresa said, all right, enough. And we just fell to the ground. And I got my luggage and I have it to this day. So if you can do 50 in a row, even that wasn't just too many. And to be honest, to its credit, I wasn't super sore. I was sore underneath behind my knee, which I thought was interesting. So yay on you. Keep going.
And that is hoedowns. They are the one movement, or it is the one movement that you don't have to do primary backstretch. That you could just get up and do. So
I love that. Thank you for that. So true. It is. It's just a move that you can do exactly as she said. Mm-hmm. Now, Sunny said, how many hoedowns is one set? One set is when you do them one on one side, one on the other. So it's 2 sets of 4s, 2 sets of 2s, 4 singles each side. That's one set. Okay. Yep. If you're not sure how to do that, we'll show you. We can put a hoedown, even a hoedown showdown up there on that Teresa did, because she's done a lot of different hoedowns on YouTube. You can find them if you don't have them on a DVD yet. And let me just see. So Bobby said that, and I got to tell you, who was it? Somebody right here said something really cool, which Sunny said, I love how buff Nadia is. And is that from T-Tapp?
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I love T-Tapp arms. They've created the arms, and so I get this comment a lot. And yes, absolutely. I've been doing it consistently for 20 years and haven't stopped. And the cool thing is that I have strength. I may not have energy all the time, but I have strength, which is beautiful. And that's what T-Tapp does. It gives you that strength, and I can still lift things. I may not be able to get out of bed some days, but literally I can lift things. So my family was shocked even now because they're like, wow, you're still very strong. Like, that's right, T-Tapp arms. I mean, you're using your own muscle strength to, build muscle. And, everyone talks about body weight exercises, similar, very similar.
And creating and maintaining muscle mass is one of the most anti-aging
Oh,
things
yes.
you can do. And girls, think about that when you see how gorgeous her body and buff is. When your adrenals are not working, you lose muscle mass.
Absolutely.
So the fact that she looks like that is 3 times, 10 times as impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
for those of you with adrenal fatigue, you guys know it's really hard to do, not impossible. So I love that we have this example, this beautiful example of a woman who has had it all, you guys, and
Yeah.
she's here to tell you the story.
And that's another thing you can do from your bed. You could do T-Tapp arms, literally sitting down, just curling. It works. And it also moves lymphatic system, going up in the bed, just something just to keep your body moving and flowing. So it's another beautiful option.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you myself, one of the moves that I do probably 5 times a day, every day, are my arm pumps.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, arm pumps are fabulous. Whichever way you do them, straight, bent arm, with a towel, doesn't matter. Pump, pump. It works those arms and it
Yes.
pumps the lymphatic and it keeps all this nice breast tissue clear and it just works all
Yes.
of it. So arm pumps for me are right up there with PBS.
Yep.
So you just want to do a couple things, PBS and arm pumps, girls, go. So as we're talking about that, Sandy wanted to know, do you need to do primary back stretch with step away? And I'm going to answer that. I don't, if Nadia has a different answer, feel free to check in. My answer is, I don't like the word need. Do you need to? No, I would.
Yes.
Why not? Put your body in good alignment. Warm that back up. Warm the back up. Put the body in alignment. Get the ribs, connected. Get yourself in a nice stance, and then go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Great. Now Heather wants to know. I'm now preggy. Yay! Congratulations, Heather. So my question is, it is okay to enter. I'm due January, beginning February. Oh, January, beginning February. Okay. My answer to that is, sure. You still are going to move, even if you just do a little bit. You have to listen to the body.
Yeah, exactly.
You might want to consider heavily getting Margaret's pregnancy course. It is absolutely incredible. And not only is it good for you, Heather, now for where you're at, but it's fabulous for right after you have the baby to get your your baby weight back off. Phenomenal. And Margaret did. So again, but you do have to listen. You have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Anything else to add to that, Nadia? That maybe
I would actually say that, honestly, the pregnancy video is wonderful for, like Renee said, for people who are pregnant and afterwards the postpartum, but I do it and it's a great workout, period. So if anybody thinks that, it's just for pregnant people, it's actually not. It's a very good workout regardless. There are tips specific for pregnant women in there, of course, but she did a really amazing job. So, definitely check that out. But yes, just, again, especially when you're pregnant, is super important. Listen to your body, listen to your baby, and, they both will tell you what to do on any given day. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, just a couple more questions. And this one's a very interesting one. So Jennifer asks, the book talks about less is more, but I hear lots of people getting better results when they added more, like switch from basic workout to total. What is your advice? I'm going to give my advice, and then I'm going to turn it over to Nadia. Okay, you see kind of how she answers that. So again, it still goes right back to you guys that we're all so individual. Okay, now I'm going to just share with you myself. I've been doing T-Tapp now almost every day, truly, for over 20 years. Okay. For me, I don't do a long workout every day. Okay. A lot of times I might just do, because I teach, All right. So when I'm teaching, I'm going to teach at least a 30, 35-minute workout, but I rarely do much more than that. I don't need to.
Right.
I enjoy it, but you know what? I don't want to spend my life working out. Now, that being said, obviously I kind of know how to tweak it. I know how to use the fascia. I know how to use the form. I've been doing it a long time. So I can get and maintain the results that I have. And I did it through perimenopause and menopause. And now I'm after menopause. And trust me, when I say it doesn't get easier, it's, you have to maintain as you get older. Let's just put it that way. Okay. And so I can do that in my 35 minutes. Yes, sometimes I like to do it longer, but we're all in different places.
Right.
Jennifer, if you love to work out and you really enjoy a good workout, go for it. Total workout to me is a much unsung hero. It really is. Most of us start at the 15 minutes at Basic Workout Plus. And I'm going to say probably 80% of all T-tappers never go past that.
Yep.
When I say total workout, nobody knows that there's a whole second half to total workout. If you have the book, you'll know. The first part was Basic Workout Plus, and then she went into total. The second part of total, the first part is Basic Workout.
Right.
Okay. It actually has two parts. The second part begins with, Nadia actually mentioned it, begins with lunges. There's lunges, there's balance, there's an arm sequence, there's step lift, there's lawnmowers, there's torso twist. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, really, to get it done in 50 minutes, you're cruising through this thing. I remember every now and then when I do it again, I'm like, oh my goodness, it goes on.
I know, right?
It's incredible. And so a lot of times now you might want to just do your primary back stretch and start with the second part of total. There's just so many options. So I don't want you to get bored. Here's something else that's interesting. Again, as I say, we're all so different. And I'm going to share something that Margaret, who is one of our great trainers that did the pregnancy, okay? And Margaret she shared this in a Facebook Live that we did where she was a huge exerciser. I mean, intense. This girl was hauling down and snowboarding. And I mean, she was working out intensely and could not lose the extra weight that she wanted to lose. And when she went to T-Tapp and she did, she lost tremendous. But what she really lost was when she did it maybe every other day, 15 minutes. And then when she found fascia fit, even smaller. So for her, what she found was, without a doubt, less is more. So I know I'm giving you roundabout answers, Jennifer. I wish I could just give you the one definitive answer that's right for everybody, but I just can't. So I'm just going to go to you and say, look, if you're doing basic workout, okay, I would suggest, trying the digital one. And the reason I say that is because Teresa did an amazing job. She kind of combined a lot of the, the stuff that we started with all the way up. She added fascia. She slowed it down. It was really amazing. Try that. And if you're still not getting the results that you're looking for, then go get total. It's amazing. Or try one of the floor workouts, right? So, yeah, I think I'm answering your question. So that's kind of it. You just got to listen to the old bod. It's going to tell you.
Yep.
All right. Here's one other one that's really very interesting. Can you explain a little bit about how T-Tapp balances hormones? Do you want to take that one, Nadia?
Sure, I'll take it. So the way that T-Tapp works is, you have your whole endocrine system, and I won't get too technical into this, but I deal with all this a lot right now between all the hormones, and there are many reasons why T-Tapp or how T-Tapp balances the hormones, and one of them is through moving the lymphatic system, and also all the hormones are coming from the pituitary. Okay, and when you start getting your neurotransmitters as well as your endocrine system and your pituitary gland more healthy, getting rid of oxidative stress, which is what T-Tapp helps with, and that wreaks havoc on your pituitary. It also wreaks havoc on a lot of other glands in your body. So if you have an imbalance between whether it's menopause, whether it's, whatever, most of us out there are women, so we know that there's a slew of things that can happen with our whole endocrine and our hormones. Okay, but oxidative stress has a lot to do with it. Toxins going throughout the body, that also keeps oxidative stress in. And when you're moving lymphatic system and you're pushing out these toxins, and now you're creating more of a healthy environment, also with, keep taking, like, for instance, this is why Teresa will push the alfalfa. Alfalfa is huge for bringing down inflammation. Inflammation damages a lot of things in our body because of oxidative stress. So Teresa completely created all the different moves specifically to target different areas in our body. And so now you're aligning and you're activating and you're slowing down, and it's basically everything your body needs. We used to call it unkinking the hose, so that everything flows correctly. And when you have everything flowing correctly, now your body can actually do what it's supposed to do. This is the goal I'm having right now, even with my own body. Again, pituitary, your master gland, your master hormone, it talks to the rest of your body. And so, whether it's estrogen or testosterone or, cortisol or you name it, we have to have our body in working order. We have to have, things moving correctly and flowing correctly. And if that's not happening, things are going to start slowing down, shutting down, getting off, because things are getting released when it should get released. And this is why we continuously say, listen to your body, because your body knows best. If we continue to push through, yes, there are certain circumstances. Our children are crying, we have to go attend to them. But, if it's not crucial, if it's not important or something, we kind of have to weigh out, should I sleep or should I exercise? Now that's a big one. I used to do that. I'm like, I'll get 2 hours of sleep, but I'm going to work out. Yeah, that didn't help my adrenal glands at all. Actually, that was why cancer kept flowing through my body. I've had cancer 3 times. And so the doctor kept saying, you're healthy, you do everything right. And guess what? You're not sleeping though. And I'm like, oh, really? That could be the answer. Sure enough, start sleeping and no more cancer. So go figure.
Wow.
And so,
Wow.
these are the things that we learn. It's like, if we need our sleep, we must have that. That helps reestablish the body. Getting up with T-Tapp, sometimes going to bed with T-Tapp. If you're really swollen at night and things aren't moving right and your hands are swollen, do a primary back stretch. You'll be amazed what that will do to help you alleviate that kind of stuff. Brushing, all of these things we're recommending is balancing the body.
Yes.
And also getting rid of the guilt if we don't work out.
Yes.
Because that also stresses the body and will cause your hormonal imbalance. And so it's very much about care and caring for your entire your entire being, because everything affects us. How we think, how we interact, and, if the guilt, it's like, okay, if I didn't work out, that's because my body's telling me not to work out. Done, done. And that's it. And so, it's so, our bodies it's just the most beautiful, amazing machine that regenerates itself if we just give it what it needs. And in my opinion, T-Tapp is one of those things that is just, it's crucial to have for our bodies to function well, because I haven't seen anything. I've been in the fitness industry, since I was 17, and I'm 40, almost 47 now. And so I haven't seen anything like it. And it has just been such an amazing tool, because sometimes we don't even know what's wrong with us. And honestly, I can T-Tap and it will make me feel better. Like, oh, I didn't even realize. I think clearer. It's just become such a necessity in my life because of my issues. And also, I just love it because it gives me strength. And I am a strength junkie in a sense. It's like arms and abs, and yeah, love T-Tapp arms. It's just, I was like Margaret, I was out bulking up in the gym, and, and T-Tap, long, lean muscle. I don't, I build like a guy. So if I'm in the gym, it's going to look horrible, but T-Tap arms, beautiful. And so, yes, that's like Renee said, that second half of, the total, that's where you're going to find that. So, yeah.
Boy, I'm so glad that you guys asked that question, Beth. Thank you for that because, boy, what a beautiful answer, Nadia. And, it comes right from the heart, and you can see how it absolutely does make a big difference, huge difference. And it does. It balances hormones, you guys. There's just no question about it. We've seen that. And also, to add on to that just a little bit has to do with the fascia. It's the same thing. Now we know the fascia, that's our whole communication system, right?
Yep.
And that's also why it really is imperative to move each day.
Yes.
Guys, I like to use the word move instead of exercise because exercise has such a negative connotation for so many of us, but moving, right? With T-Tapp, can you just think you're just going to move? I'm going to do a little arm pumping and I'm just going to maybe support, I'm just going to move because the body needs that to keep the fascia hydrated and the communication system working. Okay. When your fascia binds, the communication gets lost. And that's when you also have hormonal problems, etc. So the great thing is it doesn't almost matter why. All we know is if we do it, it works.
It works.
When we do it, it works.
Exactly.
Right? I always say T-Tapp is for like really intelligent people. It's like we see these simple moves and we go, I don't get it. Why?
Right.
Why does it work? We want to know why.
Which is why it's so hard to define it. It's like everyone's like, what is it in a small, your elevator speech? What is T-Tapp? It's like, oh man, it's so many things.
I know. We're so trying to figure it out. I had one lady here, and sorry, I'm so sorry, I can't find your name right now, saying, I go to Weight Watchers, and I really want to. How can I share this? What can I tell people about this? Just tell them it works. It works. There are these simple movements. You do them 15 minutes and it works and it's great. Well, you guys, listen, thank you so much. I know we've been on almost an hour and we so appreciate you staying on and asking us questions. We're so excited about our challenge. We'll be coming on and doing more lives with you with more questions. We're here for you through the holidays. And I want to end with this. One of the things that Teresa would always say, and I'm getting a little choked up, so pardon moi. She used to say during the holidays, you can eat, cheat, and T-Tapp it off. And so to Teresa, we wanted to do this beautiful holiday challenge for you guys. Parting words?
I just want to say for being the first time on Facebook Live, and I am so honored is the right word to be a part of this on this level. I miss my sister, I miss my friend, but I am so honored that, as a group, we can take this forward and we talk about her legacy, and her legacy is so great that we're going to continue. We're going to continue to reach so many people, and we thank you guys for all of your comments. I cannot wait to continue to interact with you, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. And you guys, thank you so much. We love our tappers.
Absolutely.
Great evening. Happy holidays. Yes. And we start tomorrow, you guys. Have a great evening.
Bye, guys.